We are learning to use the Hamburger plan to plan a narrative text. A narrative text is any kind of story which is fiction, it's made up. So it might be something that you make up yourself, it might be a fairy tale. Examples of narrative texts are stories like Harry Potter and fairy tales like Rapunzel. So what I'm going to do in this flip is show you how to use this planning sheet for your fairy tale that you're going to be planning. So first of all, we're going to look at this top bun of the hamburger. This is your introduction. This is where you will tell people where the story is happening, who the people in your story are, and you will hint at the problem that might happen in your story so that people reading it want to keep on reading it. So for my setting, I'm going to have it happening in a castle in the winter time, and it's going to be in the olden days. The characters in my story are going to be a witch, a beautiful princess, and a lonely farmer. And a hint at my problem is going to be that the witch is jealous of the beautiful princess. Note in here I haven't given details of why or what happens as a result of that. I've just hinted at what the problem was going to be. Now we're going to have a look at this part of the plan. This is when we start to introduce the problem. So this is my problem. The witch is jealous of the princess. Now down here what I need to do is have some examples that support this. What happens in my story that shows that the witch is jealous of the princess? Okay, so this is what I've got so far for my problem. First of all, there's a witch who rules the kingdom. Then a beautiful princess is born and the people admire her kindness and beauty. And then the people of the kingdom like the princess more than the witch. Now let's look at this next bit. This is when we develop the problem in the story. So remember, my problem is that the witch is jealous of the princess. So the next thing that's going to happen in my story is that the witch casts a spell on the princess. Now down here I'm going to give examples, extend on that idea a bit. So my development of this problem is, first of all, the witch makes the princess ugly, the princess is still kind, and the princess is banished from the kingdom. Now I'm going to look at this next part of the plan where I have to develop the problem a little bit more. So there's a change in things that are happening. So my change is the princess goes to live in the country. And here I need to extend on that idea, give some more details. So my ideas are the princess goes to live in the country. She meets a lonely farmer. They fall in love. And now we're going to look at the final bit of the plan, which is the resolution. That's how we solve the problem. So how I'm going to solve the problems in my story? The witch dies lonely in her castle. The princess moves back to the castle with her farmer husband. They find the spell book and reverse the spell, and the princess becomes beautiful again. So now what you have to do is use your hamburger plan to plan out your own fairy tale, thinking carefully about what the problem is that's going to be happening and how you are going to solve that problem.